Hey, so chances are you have gotten this directly from me because I have an idea. Maybe I shared a little bit with you about this before, but I'm excited to now officially say that the idea is in motion. So I want to announce that I will be launching a independent online community that I have now called the Solopreneur Survival Network. And I wanted to give you a brief introduction and officially invite you to become a contributor, right? So, here's what we're going to be talking about briefly, and I promise this won't take too much time. But I'm going to be talking about why it's necessary, based on actual data, why we need a solopreneur survival network. I'm sure you can probably have an idea of where we're going with this, the objectives behind it, your input that I'm requesting from you so humbly, the summit, as well as some next steps, and of course, a big thank you just for taking the time to even watch this in the first place. And I really hope that I'm going to get you buy-in into this concept. Okay, so here we go. So looking at the data, chances are you probably have an idea of what this data looks like already, but 1 in 3 entrepreneurs, they suffer from depression based on a study by Dr. Michael Freeman from the University of California in 2015. By the way, this particular study is probably one of the most cited mainstream studies I have come across, and I've been doing some digging and I can't find anything else. And well, there are lots of other studies, but the one that is cited in most of like the entrepreneurial magazines is this study. And as you can see, this is from 2015. Based on that same research, 72% of entrepreneurs in the Freeman study reported being affected by mental health issues. 72%. 29% reported being diagnosed or feeling that they have ADHD, and 27% reportedly felt like they have to deal with anxiety at some level in their daily lives. Now, another study conducted by the Canadian Mental Health Association in 2019 reports that 62% of entrepreneurs felt depressed at least once a week, while 46% said that their mental health issues interfere with their ability to work. I know about that. You probably do too. So here we go. As you can see from this data, and I've been scouring the net, I can't find anything about the Caribbean, right? It's also exceedingly difficult to find any independent data linked to or focused on female entrepreneurs based on their specific challenges. You're talking about like maternity leave, you're talking about raising children, all of those other issues, they're not cited, or at least I can't find it. The next thing is that all of the data that I've come across is pre-COVID. I am sure that there are some amazing researchers out there probably doing research right now, but I can't find anything else, okay? So with that said, I'm gonna say this whole mentality about faking it till you make it is toxic. And I think there needs to be more conversations for the solopreneur, for the entrepreneur around being vulnerable and feeling that they're in a safe space where they can feel supported and be provided with genuine and true information that can support their mental health instead of just the business alone. Okay. I think, let me cite another study that I came across by the World Bank. And by the way, I have all of these links if anybody wants them. But they did a study, and it was based in Pakistan, and they had a control group and they had an experiment group. In the experimental group, or in the test group rather, and I think the sample size was less than 500, but it was certainly more than 400 people. These are SME business owners that they were testing. So in the control group, the people who were in the control group, they received grant funding. Okay. In the experimental group or the test group, they received grant funding as well as cognitive behavioral training. So tips on coping mechanisms, how to help themselves as well as their employees around mindfulness, those kinds of things, right? What they found over time was that the mental health of the test group considerably improved. So as much as both of the groups were receiving grant funding, and a lot of the times entrepreneurs assume that the thing is like, hey, I need more money, I need to be making more money to solve these issues. That study based in Pakistan in considering their other environmental and social issues, the cognitive behavioral training that they received improved the entrepreneur's mindset and their performance overall. Okay, get this in the camera. It's reversed. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to carry you into the understanding between or in of the Solopreneur Survival Network. All right, so here's the point. If entrepreneurs are thriving and are equipped with better coping strategies, their businesses will perform better. Duh, right? Happier and more mindful employers mean healthier work environments and happier, more satisfied employees. Productivity, win-win, right? Happier and healthier employers and business owners mean better economies. So that's the big picture. Now, here's why I have sent this to you. Here's my proposal. I would love to leverage my skills and your skills to build this online community, which will be geared towards supporting the overall well-being of the entrepreneur. Okay? So the Solopreneur Survival Network, it's not just a thought, it's not just a figment of my imagination, but it will be housed on a robust, interactive, social media independent platform. Okay? So there's no social media platform restrictions. You don't have to have a Facebook account. Not many people are using Facebook to have this group and this network and this tribe. There would be specialized shared leads for your own specialized group within the online community. So within the network itself, you can have your own group if you so desire. There are monetization opportunities for your individual group as well, and you can promote whatever you want in your group as well as in the main network. Okay, so I'm saying all of this because it's not like I'm talking out of my ass about group building. For some of you who know me, you know about Island Mom. Island Mom was named the first Facebook power group in the Caribbean in 2017 based on high levels of engagement and quality control within the community. Okay, interaction, engagement, and so forth, as you can see from the data right there on the right, has gone down by a minimum, but this data here is since January of this year up to April. And from what you can see here is that within the group itself, the members are active, right? I've been able to create a community and a virtual ecosystem which functions almost by itself, right? Just a little bit of moderation. So I know groups. I know how to create them. I know how to curate them, and I know how to manage them. All right. So what's the whole big picture boiling down to right now is that I'm going to do all the heavy lifting for you, right? So stick with me. I'm trying to stick with myself. It's been a long day. All right. So what is next? High value content plus lead generation. Step 1, I want you to schedule a live with me to discuss key topics of your choosing under the theme of entrepreneur mental health. Okay. I'm going to be using still the Banner of CEO chat, but this is where we're going to have the initial conversations. A link should be provided or would be provided to you to schedule that chat, okay, when you get this video, which I'm pre-recording, right? Step 2 is to provide me with any key talking points that you're going to be bringing to that conversation, and I'll actually create some content for both of us to share on both of our social media channels. Step 3 is that I'm going to create also a very simple lead magnet, and I'm going to be sharing those leads with you as well. So the lead magnet will be housed on my website, and I will share whatever leads I generate from people who download this specialized conversation piece. So for example, if out of our conversation a great checklist comes out of it as a lead magnet, I'm going to put it on my website, and anybody who signs up, you will also get the leads from that lead magnet. Step 4, and this is more on my end, is that all of the content that's going to be created within this 2-month period, I'm going to talk about the dates in a second, between the scheduling of all these CEO chats, the creation of the lead magnets, and the content that we will be co-posting, I am also going to be uploading them to this virtual space that I am curating with the content. Now, going forward in the long-term plan, and I'm coming to those dates as well, eventually I will be monetizing the network itself for anyone who wants to receive exclusive content or get access to the groups and so forth. But for the immediate launch phase, the group will be, the network will be open and free. Okay. And then once things kind of settle down, and I am hoping that by September, October of this year, we will then be able to further monetize the groups or the network. All right, so here are the dates. My prospective soft launch date for the online community is going to be July 2021. Okay, so we have about 2 months, and like I said, based on all the content that will be generated and the lead magnets, there would be a very soft launch just to get people into the group, get it populated, get feedback, so that by September we can work out any kinks, and I'll be hosting a Solopreneur Survival Summit. So this is, of course, also your invitation to be a panelist or a contributor to the actual summit. So I'm going to talk about that briefly as well. So here we go. So the summit is going to be a 2-day online virtual event. The 2-day summit will empower any SME business owner with high value content from yourselves, as well as other speakers across the globe with topics of interest. So day 1 will be focusing heavily on the business, and as you can see here, some of the topics would be hiring ideal team members, motivation, systems development, branding, digital marketing practices, right? And day 2 would focus heavily on the entrepreneur. So this is where we'll be focusing on the well-being and our own mental health and coping. So topic examples, you name it, you're going to be a speaker, I hope. Okay, so I'm wrapping up. So next steps from here, just a reminder, you would have gotten a link to schedule your CEO chat with me. After that, all of the respective information needed for that CEO chat and the supporting content, you'll be getting automated emails from me regarding that. Lastly, I'll be reaching out to you to have a kind of group walkthrough, or perhaps I'll send you another video just showing you a walkthrough of the actual virtual community so you can see what it's like. And lastly, I want you to pencil in the summit dates. It's September 14 to 15. We're going to have more conversations about this, and of course I'm going to be sharing more details around the summit, but I would really like you to come on board. So that is it from me. I want to thank you so much for taking the time. 15 minutes, oh my God, taking the time to watch this video. And I really do hope that you'll come on board, schedule your CEO chat, and be a speaker on the Solopreneur Survival Summit in September of 2021. Thank you.